Hey, welcome, and thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to come and learn about affiliate marketing. My name's Ciaran Doyle. I'm an affiliate marketer, a digital marketer, search engine optimizer, traffic generation expert, you name it. I do it basically in digital marketing. I absolutely love this industry, and I hope that over the course of this 2-hour course, I'm going to be able to impart some of the wisdom that I have picked up over the last 15 to 16 years in digital marketing. And I'm going to show you how to earn an income with affiliate marketing. Okay? I obviously can't show you every single element because this is just an introduction course, but I am going to show you things like, I've got it written down here, 2 seconds. I am going to show you things like setting up your first affiliate website, the elements that are associated with that, things like domain names, hosting, and a thing called WordPress. Okay? And after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the affiliate marketing system that I use. Okay, now this affiliate marketing system is as follows. One, we find what is called a niche. Okay, a niche basically is a market. All right, number two, we look at what our competition are doing, because our competition basically are 90% of our work that we need to do. Once we understand what our competition is doing, then we just add the extra 10% or 20% if we wanted, and we create better than our competition. And that's super important. Number three is we look at content. We look at creating content, because content will sell. It kind of like becomes your automatic sales team. Okay, the content that you create or get created, which I'll show you how to do, becomes your sales team. So we'll look at that. Number four, we'll look at your website, okay? Your affiliate marketing website, and actually how to set that up, how to put your content onto that site as well, okay? After that, what we'll do is step five, we'll look at what is called the conversion process. Now this basically is, how do we take visitors that come to our website and how do we convert those people into actually sales of the affiliate products? I'm going to show you how to do that. And finally, in step six, what I'm going to show you is how to actually automate that whole process, how to automate your whole sales process so that people come to your website and then they come into this sales system that over time you can sell to them again and again. So I'm going to show you all of those. Now, as what I said at the start, I can't show you basically every single nook and cranny associated with that, because this is just an overview of what it is that you're doing. But I am going to show you enough to get you started and to build upon. Okay. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what is affiliate marketing, because this is a really, really cool topic. And obviously you're here for a reason. You want to know how to do this in the best and easiest way for you. Okay, so let me start by basically saying it in the easiest way. Okay, affiliate marketing is where you sell somebody else's product. That's it. That's really what this is, okay? So let me now break it down a little bit further. Okay, so you've got a product owner. Okay, you've got an affiliate, which is somebody like you, and you've got the consumer, the end customer, who's going to buy it. Okay, so the product owner wants to sell to the end customer. Okay, but he can't sell to that end customer for whatever reason, or maybe he's just too lazy, maybe he's not good at sales, whatever it actually is. Okay, he gets people called affiliates to sell that product for him. Okay, so it's a win-win basically for the product owner and the affiliate. And the reason that it's a win-win for both of them are this. Okay, so let's start with the product owner. The product owner can't reach the consumer or the customer. Okay, so he gets affiliates to reach the customers for him. Okay, and now here's the part that's really good for him. He doesn't have to pay an affiliate unless that affiliate makes a sale. All right, does that make sense? So you becoming an affiliate, if you don't sell any products, you don't make income. Okay, it's not a job. You're not getting a job here. You're creating your own business, your own affiliate marketing business. There's beauty to that as well. Let me get into it in a moment. But he can have an army of affiliates selling his products for him. All right, and that means that he's basically making, he's making a killing and only paying the affiliate when the sale is made. So everything is a bonus to him. Okay, and now for you, here is what is important for you. Okay, you don't work for anybody. Okay, you are not basically committed to one product. You can sell multiple products. You can sell products in any niche imaginable. Okay, and you just go out and find customers. You can even sell one product, like the product owner's product, and then as an add-on, you could sell another product from another company, and you can make double commissions. Whatever it is, the ideas are limitless in what you can actually do once you are an affiliate. Okay, because you are your own boss. That is the beauty of this. You are your own boss, and your only role is to get people to see that product and believe in your recommendations. That's it. Okay, so in this overview of what is affiliate marketing, we're going to go in to all of those steps for you, and it's going to show you the elements associated with that. Okay, so let's get into it.
So if you come over to your book here on page 16, what you're going to do is you're going to see I've given you an an overview, should I say, of what is affiliate marketing. Okay, and as you can see, it's a very simple diagram, but it starts with creating a website, then creating content, then bringing in visitors, then recommending products, and then those visitors actually buying those products. The thing is, a person doesn't buy the product actually on your website. They buy it on the product owner's websites. The coolest thing about affiliate marketing is that you don't have to own your own product. You can promote somebody else's product and you will actually earn an income when a sale is made. And there is all tracking elements in place that we will go through in a little bit, okay? That ensure that when your content about the product is actually viewed, then when it's clicked on a link associated with that product on your website and a sale is made, you will be credited with that sale. And these things are called affiliate links, which I will go into in a little bit. So let me go through that again, okay? So let me go through the affiliate marketing process again for you, okay? So you create a website, okay? Now, with a website, websites are very easy to create, and I'll show you how to actually do that over the coming steps, okay? But within a website, you have multiple pages, okay? And within each of those pages, you can have multiple products. But a simple website would be, a simple affiliate website would be something like, let's say that we focused a website around a particular niche. So let's say that the website was focused around e-commerce software. Okay, and that's a niche that I'm actually in. Okay, so what that basically is software that people can put their own e-commerce stores up online. And I sell the hosting software associated with that. Okay, so what I would do basically is I would choose my niche, which would be e-commerce software. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a home page, which is the main page of a website. And then I'm going to create other pages as well. Now, the home page in itself, the easiest example of this is the creating of the content section. This is going to be about the top 5 hosting companies for e-commerce software. And I'm going to write about them, and I'm going to put in the benefits of what actually those products actually have. Now, so that's the content that I create, okay? Now, the next step is number 3, which is bring in visitors. And that number 3 is connected with step number 2, which is actually create content. And the way that we bring in visitors is by actually creating the content in a specific way. So we create that content utilizing keywords that people are actually searching for in the likes of Google. So if it was somebody searching for best e-commerce software, they would type in best e-commerce software into Google, and then basically I would create content, or you would create content around that term. All right. And so that is called search engine optimization. So that's about creating content that is relevant for the search engines and the terms that people are actually searching for. Now, inside of that content, when we recommend products, okay? So all these are connected. So you bring in the visitor reads your content, and you're recommending a product inside of that content, okay? And then if the person likes what you're actually saying about the product, they will find your buy button. We just call it a buy button in your website, okay? Now that buy button actually isn't about you selling it to them directly. What it basically means is they click on a button on your website and it takes them to the product owner's site. So that's this one here. So that's buy. And then they purchase it on the product owner's site. All right. And that's what affiliate marketing basically is. Now let me say it. Let me declutter the confusion of what I said there. Okay. So first off, we need a particular niche. Okay, now that niche can be about anything that we really enjoy. Okay, obviously there must be products to sell within that niche, but the thing is, most niches have products to sell in. Okay, so what we do then is we create a website. Once we've found the niche that we like, we're going to create a website. All right. Now that website, we're going to build on a thing called WordPress. WordPress is it's a website software that allows you to create content, or that allows you to create website and easily upload content onto that website. Okay. And so simple to do. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. Next of all, we create the content related to what it is that people are searching for on the search engine. So if somebody is searching for the best e-commerce software of 2022, of 2023, then we basically create content around that. Okay, now that content, the way we create it, has been created so it will appear in the likes of Google and Bing and Yahoo. This is called search engine optimization. When people search for a key term related to what it is that we've created, if we've done what we need to correctly, well then our website or our web pages will actually appear at the top of the search engine, and a person will click on the link on the search engine and come to our site. Then they read our content, and in that content we have recommended products. Okay, now if they like our recommendations and they kind of like think, oh God, great, I really like what this site is saying about this product, I'm going to get this product. This is the product I've been after. You don't have to deal with any of the buying elements or the selling elements or anything like that. You just have a button or a link on your site, and a person clicks on it and goes to the product owner's site and purchases. Okay, and that's as simple as it is. So let's give you a real life example of this right now. So let's come over here. So I did a Google search. So best software for e-commerce. And as you know, Google looks like this. It's got this thing here. Okay, so this is a really cool thing. And, you know, as you get better at affiliate marketing, one of your goals will be to actually appear at this section here. Okay, and that's basically because if you're there, you get clicked on a hell of a lot more times than if you're like down in these ones. Okay, but even still, these ones get clicked on a lot as well. So let's say that we wanna scroll down here. Okay, so let's say we're going to go to Website Builder Expert, best e-commerce software for 2022. And what it does is, there we go, you see best e-commerce software for 2022. That's the keyword that they're trying to appear for, and they do appear really, really well. Now, as we can see from their title, they're also giving us the best 5 solutions as well. And if we scroll down here, we can see that they recommend Shopify, BigCommerce, Volution, WooCommerce, and Magento. Okay, now they are this website, websitebuilderexpert.com. They basically are, they don't own Shopify, BigCommerce, Volution, or anything like that. They are what is called an affiliate. Okay, so an affiliate, this company here, Website Builder Expert, they become an affiliate for each one of these other companies. And anytime a sale is made of a product that they promote, they're going to get a commission associated with that sale. For Shopify, it's 200% of the first initial purchase. So if their first purchase is, let's say, $199, then the sale or the commission that the person will get is 200% of that, and that is what, 199, that's $398. Okay, so that gives you an example of the kind of income that can actually be created selling these products or promoting these products, recommending these products. And if you scroll down, what you're going to see is, here's the button, the visit site element. So if you clicked on this and we opened it in a new tab, this is going to go over to Shopify's website. Okay. All right, here you go. And a person can sign up for a free trial by putting in their email address. Okay. And if that person purchases via Shopify, well, then this person is going to make that commission. Okay. Now, as you can see all the way down here, there's text and content, there's review elements, and there's kind of like some really cool stuff that's just going to give lots of information to the user. Okay. Now, because this is quite a technical niche here, guys, that means that there's lots of tech kind of looking stuff in here. So don't be overly worried about the level of in-depth knowledge used on these. That's why we look at niches that we're actually familiar with when we start out in affiliate marketing. And the reason that we do that is because we understand the small elements of the niches in things that we actually enjoy. So we're able to create content around those things that we actually enjoy, and then we're able to educate people on the best options for themselves. And the good thing is, because it's a niche that you actually enjoy, it's far easier to overcome any roadblocks that you potentially might have in affiliate marketing doing it with a niche or a market that you actually love. All right, so that is what affiliate marketing is. Let me run through that quickly again. Okay, you create a website, you create content. That content brings in visitors, and it also recommends products. And if a person likes your recommendation, they click on one of those buy buttons or the visit site buttons, as you saw a moment ago. And if they like the product, they're going to purchase, and you make a commission. Okay, now that is what affiliate marketing is. I will run more in depth into what affiliate marketing is for you and show you all the things that you need to do to set it up yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm really looking forward to getting you stuck into this.
So now you know what affiliate marketing is. Now you've seen the whole process of it, okay? You understand that, you becoming an affiliate, you sell somebody's product and you introduce it to a customer and then you get paid, okay? Now, in order to sell those affiliate products, in order to actually reach those customers, you're going to have to actually set up some foundations for your affiliate business. Now, the way that I do affiliate marketing is by finding what are called niches. Okay, so niches are segments of markets. Okay, and then what I do is I create a website around that niche, recommending products and adding great information. I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Righto? So that is the foundation of all of my affiliate marketing efforts, and I want it to be the foundation of all of your efforts as well. Okay? So what I'm going to show you over these next few videos is actually how to set up that foundation. Okay? Now, the foundation consists of what is called a domain name. Okay, that's like the name is like ciarandoyle.com. It consists of a thing called hosting. Now, hosting is where your website actually lives on. And then it consists of a thing called WordPress. And WordPress is just pretty much a website creator. Okay, and it's super simple to use and it's free once you purchase hosting. Now, hosting and a domain name do cost money, but I'll give you recommendations that are super cheap and you can get started for like less than $40 per year, which is absolutely awesome. Okay, so we're going to go through and set up the foundations of that. Okay, now always be making sure that you're checking in your PDF here. Okay, always make sure you're checking in your PDF because it's super important. Okay, there are things that are in that PDF that I don't have time to mention in these videos. Okay, so make sure that you're checking the PDF, reading them. Okay, and there are some extra little bonuses in there as well for you. So if you're clicking on links, potentially you might find something extra cool for you in there as well. Okay, so with that said, let's get in to this overview of the affiliate marketing foundations.
So now what we're going to do is we're just going to look at the elements that you actually need to create a website. Okay, so your website is basically made up of three parts that all work together seamlessly. Okay, now if you have downloaded the book, I recommend that you do this, or if you have not downloaded the book, I recommend that you actually do it. And this is on page 22. Okay, so there are three things that you actually need for a website to be created. Okay, and the great thing is it's super simple to actually create these things or get these things for yourself. Okay, so a website, number one, needs what is called a domain name. Okay, so as you can see here, a domain name is the name of your website like ciarandoyle.com or facebook.com. Now, for every single person starting online, no matter what industry they are actually in, I recommend buying their own domain name. So, like my name is Ciaran Doyle. So, when I first started out, I bought ciarandoyle.com. Okay. And the reason that I did that was because there are so many other people called ciarandoyle.com in the world, and I don't want them to have it. I want my name, ciarandoyle.com, because I work online. Okay. Now, if you don't have, if you go and you search, which I'll show you in a little few moments, how to actually search for a domain name. If you don't or you cannot find your own domain name, well, then what I'd recommend is you potentially using maybe your middle letter. Okay, so an example of this would be Ciaran R. Doyle. So my middle name beginning with R. So Ciaran R. Doyle. If my name, ciarandoyle.com, wasn't available. Okay. And what I want you to recognize here as well is that I talk about a .com. Okay. Now, in your years of going through the internet, I'm sure you've seen all manner of domain names with a different domain ending. Okay. So this is basically the most respected domain ending in the world is seen as .com. Okay, it's pretty much the oldest, and it's the most trusted by most people. Okay, now there are country-specific domain names, like there could be ciarandoyle.co.uk or ciarandoyle.co.sg. .co.uk would be for the United Kingdom, .co.sg would be for Singapore, .com.kh would be for Cambodia. So whichever country you're from, you probably know the domain ending for that already. You might hear it being called a TLD or a top level domain. But I think the best way, especially when you're just starting out, is not to confuse yourself with too many technical terms and just call it a domain ending and just refer to it as .com. I think that's a far easier way to do it. So I would recommend choosing a name or choosing your name first of all before you start doing anything. After you've gotten your domain, you need a thing called hosting. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down here. Hosting basically is what your website lives on. All right, so every website on the entire planet, every website has what is called hosting. Okay, you see, a website is made up of hundreds or thousands of different files that are associated with your website. And that needs what is called hosting space to actually hold those files. And the reason that it does is because in order for a person to actually find your website and see it on the likes of Google and click on it, Google then has to go and contact that hosting server with all of your files on it and bring it to the person. It just doesn't appear magically. You have to hold those files somewhere. Okay, so imagine it's just like a filing cabinet in your house and you wanted to go and find something beginning with C. You would go to the section that was related to C in your filing cabinet, you would open it up, and then you would be able to find your content inside of there. And that is basically the same way hosting actually works. So it's almost like your file cabinet for your website. Okay, so that your hosting connects up with your domain name. Okay, and this is part of the three elements that you need for your website. The final one is WordPress. Okay, now WordPress is what your website is made of. It's what actually people see, and it's the graphics and the content element of your website. Okay, so first you've got your name, so your domain name, which is kind of like your address. Okay, then you've got your hosting, which is almost like well, it's like the land that your house is built on. Okay, and then WordPress. So if I use this analogy kind of thing, so you got your domain name, which would be your address, so your street address. You got your hosting, which would be the land that your house is built on, and then you've got WordPress, which is going to be your house. Okay, so this is the thing that people actually see. There are multiple different ways that you can build a website. WordPress is only one of them, but it is used by, I think, 46% of all websites online, and Google love it. The search engines love it. So that's a positive for you, because if the search engines don't love your website, well, then they don't show it love, which means that it's harder for people to actually find that website. Okay. And so that is why we use WordPress. And apart from that, it's super, super, super simple to use versus other website platforms. So there you go. There are the three things that you actually need to get your website up and running. All right. So to get it live online. So what we're going to do is now we're going to look at buying a domain name. We're then going to look at getting your hosting, and then we're going to look at getting your WordPress site created on top of your hosting and connected with your domain name as well.
Right, so by now what you've basically come up with is your domain name. You understand the process of the foundations, okay? Now, or in the last section, you looked at your domain name. You didn't purchase it, okay? And I'm glad that you didn't purchase it, because I've got something in store for you now that's going to get you that for free, all right? What we're going to look at now is hosting. All right, so you already understand what hosting is. It's kind of like where your website actually lives on. It holds all your files and all this, kind of like a folder, kind of like a filing folder for all of your files on your website, your images, content, etc. Okay, so we're going to look at setting up your hosting, getting your domain name for free, plus getting a lot of extra freebies that are actually included with this hosting company. So with that said, let's get into it.
Now, the second part of our triangle, that's what I was trying to come up with that word, the three things there, and I completely forgot triangle. So, as you can see, triangle. Okay, so the second part of the triangle is actually what is called hosting. Okay, now hosting basically is it's like the ground that your house is built on. Okay, so another analogy of that, or a metaphor of it, would be your filing cabinet. So it keeps all of the files of your website. Okay, so all images, all content, all things called plugins, all of that kind of malarkey. All right, and a company that we actually purchased, it is a paid service. Okay, so hosting is a paid service. You can get free hosting, but I would not recommend it. It is normally very slow, very bad, and full of advertisements that you don't get paid for. Okay, so Now, gotten that out of the way in terms of that it is a paid service, okay? You are building an online business here. So affiliate marketing is an online business, okay? So there are some small costs that are actually associated with it. Now, hosting probably is the most expensive cost for your affiliate marketing business to start. And some hosting companies can charge a hell of a lot of money per year for their hosting packages. Okay. And that is not what we want to do. Okay. So I want to give you peace of mind in terms of that you're getting a great hosting company that is as inexpensive as possible. And I say inexpensive because it's not cheap. Okay, well, it is, like, to be honest, it's very inexpensive for hosting. And when you put it into consideration, it's absolutely awesome. Okay, so DreamHost are the company that I recommend, and you can get DreamHost for about $38 per year. And the great thing about this is that's versus my second recommendation, which is about $180 per year. Okay, so a massive difference there. So DreamHost is my host of choice. Okay, let me explain a little bit more about DreamHost. So you're going to come over here and you're going to come to shared web hosting. Okay, so this type of web hosting, basically, the reason that it's more inexpensive than other web hosting is because you share your hosting server. That's where all your files and all that, you share that with other people. Okay, if you were to have your own hosting server, it would cost a hell of a lot of money. Okay, so you share this. That doesn't mean that they have access to any of your files or anything like that. Everything is separated using a form of technology that virtually separates websites and server parts between customers. Okay, so that's a techie element for you there. But we're going to be buying shared web hosting. Now, if we click on see all plans, all right, it's going to bring us down to here. All right. And there are two, so world famous website hosting, clear pricing, unbeatable 97-day money back guarantee. Okay. So what you've got is two here. You've got monthly, yearly, and 3 year. My recommendation is year. Okay. Now look what happens here when we click to year. This one changes to $2.95 a month. Okay, from it being $3.95, it basically goes to $2.95. But this one is $2.95 as well. But this is a shared starter. Okay, so this only includes the ability to actually create one affiliate marketing website versus this one here, which allows you to create unlimited websites. So that means that if you wanted to set up a website for your name, like CiaranRDoyle.com or TrevorStevens.com or AdeleMahoney.com, I'm mentioning Irish names here, then you can do that, okay? But you can also have an unlimited amount of other websites created on this hosting as well. All right, but not only that. So we're going shared unlimited. We're going to look down shared unlimited. Okay, so this is the one I recommend. You get a free domain name. So remember, we were over at Namecheap and you found that domain. Okay, you don't have to purchase via Namecheap, even though I do recommend it. Okay, but you can get a free one here. All right, a free domain name here. So that means that you're saving. So let's say if it was $9.95 a year for your domain name, and instead of paying for it, you got a free with DreamHost. Well, then that would take down that would mean that you're taking away $10 from the cost of your hosting. Okay. Next of all, it allows you to have unlimited traffic. Doesn't matter about that. But it comes with WordPress pre-installed. So that basically means you don't even have to go and set up WordPress yourself. When you purchase it and you put in your domain name, these guys will actually set it up for you. Okay, so it's super, super simple. And then you've got all these cool little things down here. These are all kind of technical stuff, but it's cool to have them, okay? But here is what I'm looking for, okay? this allows you to have unlimited domain names. Okay, so let's say I was buying CiaranRDoyle.com. Okay, I can have tech at CiaranRDoyle, I can have support at CiaranRDoyle, I can have hello at CiaranRDoyle. I can have an unlimited amount of domain names, versus if you're kind of like going to buy the shared starter and you have to pay $167 a month to even have one. Okay, so it's a much better idea to actually come for this. This is the best that I have found, and it's the one that I recommend also to my paid students as well. So yeah, look, get this. It's much better. It's really, 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 really good. And you've got a great link inside of this document that will give you more information about DreamHost. It'll walk through all of the elements associated with it. Where are we? It is Namecheap, good quality hosting. All right. So my main recommendation, you can click on the link there and go through. Okay. And then you just sign up. And that's it. You sign up, you put your domain name in there, and then next of all, you're going to be brought through. Once you've obviously filled in all of your details and you've purchased the hosting, let's say if we clicked on sign up now, let's see. Look, as you go, I was wrong. It's even less. So it's 35.40 a year. Okay, that's absolutely amazing. That's basically less than $3 a month online to basically have your own website and multiple websites online. You're going to be that's just crazy. Okay, so I want you to go through and I want you to fill in all these details. So you're going to choose this one, not monthly, we want yearly. Okay, then you can register a new domain. If you decided that you found a good domain and you want to get it for free, you just register it in here, or you can actually say choose a domain later. But I recommend, look, if you're going to register a new domain, go and kind of like get your Ciaran R. Doyle, get your name domain, like get your name domain here. Okay, that's a really good thing to do. So search for it, and it's going to say, congrats, Ciaran R. Doyle is available, and add it for 00. Okay, so I want you to go through the process there. That'll allow you to actually get that. And in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to actually go in and look at WordPress inside of DreamHost for you. So looking forward to getting you into here. All right, looking forward to really getting you into the next section, which is basically having your website online. Okay, so it's actually jumped up to 38.40. So there's a fee of $3 somehow. Here it is. Okay, so we don't want that. So I want you to click off that. All right, you don't want any of these things here, and just sign up for the newsletter. Okay, and then once you've done it, you just click submit order, and you're going to be brought through to your DreamHost hosting panel. Okay, you're also going to get email. You're going to get an email from DreamHost with your receipt and with some other information about your website. Now, I want you to keep those things secure. Okay, so create a new folder and call it my first affiliate website. Do that inside of your Gmail or wherever it actually is, and keep all of that information in there. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, so in this video, what we're actually going to do is we're going to look at purchasing your first domain name. But first we're going to look at obviously how to find a domain name, where to come up with those good ideas. And again, what I want you to be doing is checking your book, check that book to make sure that you're following these things correctly. And as I've said before in previous videos, there are going to be certain elements inside of that book that unfortunately I don't have time to do in this training course. I've only got a 2-hour time limit for this training course, okay? So you've got the book there. Make sure that you're actually going through it, because choosing this domain name is super important, okay? And you'll understand why when we go through this lesson. So with that said, let's get into it.
So the first thing we're going to look at is actually the domain name. Excuse me there. So a domain name is your website name, so you have to make it pretty cool. Okay, and nothing is cooler than having your own name as a domain name. As you will realize, it just saves a lot of issues, especially as you get better as an affiliate marketer. But let's look at just some information here about domains, okay? So let's say you're scrolling through Google and you see two websites. One is bonsaitrees.com, or the other one is bonsai-trees.info. Which one would you click on? And as you can see, I've put a tick and an X beside these. And the reason being is because we're so programmed over the years to basically view .coms as better websites that instinctively we're going to actually go to .coms. So I would presume that that would be the same for you. Now, if I'm wrong, that's completely okay. But do take on board that a .com is a much better domain and is perceived more trustworthy than the likes of .infos. Okay? So, and as you can see here, .com domain names are the best, and you should always try to get them for affiliate marketing. Okay. Also, don't use this thing called a hyphen in a domain name. Okay, so don't use hyphens in domain names either. Doesn't look trustworthy, and the likes of the search engines don't like them either. All right. So, notes on choosing a good domain name. Okay, so you want to keep your domain name as short as possible. Okay, because when your domain name is very long, well, then there's a high probability that somebody is going to miss a letter or misspell the words that you actually have in your domain name. And if they do that, well, then they're not going to be able to find your website. All right. So the next one is you want to make sure that it's easy to read so that your audience can easily remember it. So again, if it was my name, Ciaran Doyle, even though Ciaran, Ciaran, is pretty difficult to actually to spell and to remember. If you were thinking about a different niche, so let's say you were in the dog niche and you were kind of like doing a dog website, let's say you would have dogs, let's say dogskennel.com. Let's say that that was the name of your website, dogskennel.com. Okay, so we can understand that that is dog, D-O-G, kennel, K-E-N-N-E-L. Okay, so that is, what's that? That's 9 letters. Okay, so that's pretty good. So that'd be dogkennel.com versus dog kennel for adults or something like that. So you've got a longer domain name, okay? And so there's a higher propensity to actually make a mistake within that domain name versus making it in the domain name just dog kennel, okay? Also, and that leads me on to the next one quite nicely, is make it niche relevant so that your audience sees your domain, they know exactly what it is. So when I mentioned about something about dog kennels, well, then basically the audience would know that this was about dog kennels. Okay, they'd know it definitely was about dogs. All right, so make it niche relevant. All right, after that, make sure that you find a .com domain name because it makes your website more credible. And that is unless, here's the caveat in here, all right, unless you're targeting a specific country. So as you can see before, I mentioned .com.sg or .com.co.uk. Excuse me, that should be .co.uk, not .com.uk. There is a .com.uk, but .co.uk is the preferred choice. All right. So if you are targeting a specific country for your affiliate marketing, then you can actually choose a country level domain name for that. All right. So now what we'll basically do is we're going to actually go, there's another section here in the website about finding great domain names and how you can come up with some really cool ideas, okay? So we're not going to go through that at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to come over to the domain name buyer. So this is where you actually purchase your domain names. So let's say we were doing Ciaran R. Doyle.com, okay? So I'm going to just search for that and it's going to tell me if this domain name is available or not. Okay, so yeah, Ciaran R. Doyle is available. And as you can see, it's only $9.58 a year. All right, which is absolutely awesome. For $9.58 a year, you can own your own domain name. So no matter what it is, all you basically, let's say it was this dog kennels one, I would imagine dogkennels.com is actually gone. Yeah, so that's been taken, obviously. But what we could actually search for in here is potentially dog minders, I would imagine, is gone as well. But what you're doing, like in here, I show you how to overcome that problem of not being able to actually find domain ideas. Okay. So what you do is once you find them utilizing this method here, you come over to Namecheap and then you will be able to put in your the domains you find, and then you will be able to purchase them. Okay, and they're super easy to actually purchase. So that is the first step. Okay, it's finding your domain name and actually purchasing it. All right, it's pretty simple to do. As you can see, it's just utilizing, you've got the instructions here. Okay. All right, you've got all of this in here of actually how to do it. And just come in, find the domain name. I would imagine dogminders.com. Ah, look. So there's dogminders with a Z, even though I don't recommend that too much. But that's only 9.58. So there you go. It's easy to find domain names that haven't been taken. Always look for the .com. Okay, so once you have purchased that, the next thing that we're going to look for is hosting. Okay, so before you purchase this, before you purchase your domain name, I want you to come and look at the hosting that I'm going to recommend for you. And remember, the domain name is your address. It's like your home address. And the hosting is the land of your home address. Okay, so let's go over to the hosting company of choice that I'm actually going to recommend to you.
Right, so you've got your domain name, you've got your hosting. Now what we're going to look at is we're going to look at completing the setup of your first affiliate website actually inside of DreamHost. And the reason that I'm going to show you this is because people overlook it. Like, that's really it. You'll notice it. Like, the setup basically is right as you come in, but so many people overlook it. And look at, I have a tendency to overlook things too. All right, we all do. It's just basically we'll get busy with what's actually going on the screen and not actually see the most important things. So we're going to look at the setup, okay, and show you the elements that you need to do. And then we're briefly going to look inside of WordPress. Actually inside of WordPress, show you what it looks like and what to do inside of it. Okay, so this is a really cool lesson. This is your introduction into your first affiliate website. Now, what I do want you to remember though is what you've just done is the foundation. Okay, this isn't actually the process. All right, so do remember that. This isn't the process for actually doing your affiliate marketing site correctly. Okay, this is just the first step. All right, so this is just your base understanding, and I'm super glad that you've got this great understanding. So let's get into it.
So now here we are inside of the DreamHost hosting panel. Okay, so this is the back end, the admin section of your website. Okay, well, this is the admin section of the hosting. It's not your admin section of your WordPress website. Okay, so this is the hosting element. Now, the domain that I'm going to be using to set up is actually called todayentrepreneur.com. Okay, so the domain that you set up will be here. Okay, so when you enter the DreamHost hosting panel, basically via redirecting from purchasing it or via clicking a link in your email, you'll be brought to a hosting panel like this, okay? And it'll have, hi, whatever your name is, Tom, Deirdre, Adele, Ravi, whatever your name is, okay? We'll have your name here. And it will have your website here. As you can see, there are multiple different websites in here. I just covered them up for privacy. But you've got your main one here. It's going to be at the top, and this is how it will look, all right? So what this basically is a website setup. This is basically telling me, all right, your website is nearly set up, but we need to add some more things to it. So we're just going to briefly set up your website now, okay? And we're just going to click here. Domain successfully configured. So that's brilliant. Next, we go to the next step. And this is just refreshing. The certificate request is processing. Certificates can take up to 2 hours to process. At this stage, we'll update once the certificate is installed. So basically what they're doing here is they're adding what is called a security certificate to your website. So don't worry. You get this for free, by the way, with DreamHost. Some other hosting companies, you don't get it. Okay. So your secure certificate. Okay. So as you can see, it seems to be accepted. So it's saying order processing. So you need this to have a website online. Okay. If you don't have this, your website actually gets flagged that it is not secure. So you see this little thing up in the corner. This is actually what this is. This secure certificate is this thing here. So if I click on it, so it's basically saying connection is secure. Okay. If you don't have this lock on it, it's not going to be a secure connection. Okay. So, and as you can see, a couple of moments later, and your site is secured. So a certificate has been created for todayentrepreneur.com. Traffic between Today Entrepreneur and its visitors is now encrypted. So your website will have this lock on it, okay? So make sure that you're going through this whole process, this setup process. Next of all, we're just going to go to the next step. And it's going to say to content found, custom content is detected on Today Entrepreneur, and it will be saying it for yours. Go to the next step. Okay, and it's going to describe the primary purpose of it. So let's say we're doing content monetization, okay, blogs and affiliates. Okay, and so as you can see, success. Let's go to the next step. And then basically, congrats, your site is set up, is complete. And we're just going to click go to websites. And we're just going to click manage. So find your site and click manage. And then we're going to come to WordPress here, this section here. So websites, manage websites, and then your website, and then manage. So you're looking for this WordPress section. We're just going to click manage. And here you go. Okay, so this is your WordPress. This is your website setup. So if I go to visit site, if I just click here up at the top here on the left-hand side and click visit site, what you're going to notice, here we go. So this is my website, or your website, actually live. And the next thing that we do is we add content to it, and we add a theme to it, and we make it absolutely beautiful looking and with great content on it. Okay, but that's as simple as that you just did there now, with your domain name, which is your address, okay, with your hosting, which is kind of like the property, the land. And then with your WordPress, which is the website, which is like your house, all those three things come together to create your website that people can actually see online. Okay, so well done. That is the foundations of setting up any website: your domain name, your hosting, and your WordPress. So you now have the skills to create websites whenever you want. And you know what? Do it. Don't only create this website, this first website, go and create other websites. Practice doing it, because you can practice actually creating the websites and then you can just delete them. That's the great thing about hosting. Okay, you can create it and then you can go, well, I don't want that one, so I'm going to delete it. And then you can reinstall it again or install it again. Okay? So I wish you could see my hands at the moment. I'm multiple gestures with my hands in terms of trying to demonstrate what I mean, but you'll have to take it from my voice here. So go ahead with that. Get your domain name, or look for your domain name. Obviously, inside of the book, it shows you how to do that. But they're your foundations, okay? Now, so they're super important for everything that you're actually doing online. Now, over the next few modules, what we're actually going to talk about is looking for your niche, okay? This is super, super important for affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing and niches go hand in hand, all right? So I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, so here we are to the first step of turning your understanding of affiliate marketing into an income. Okay, so you already know how to create websites. That's super, super simple, and I'm delighted for you. Okay, really, really well done with that so far. But now we're going to take it to the level that is going to be income producing. Okay, this is the 6-step formula that you need to know to set up and build and grow a successful online affiliate business. So this first video is called Finding Your Niche. Okay, and that is basically finding your market that you're actually going to market inside of. Now, everything that we do online in affiliate marketing is related to niches. Okay, I'll give you an example. Digital marketing is a niche. Okay, affiliate marketing is a niche of digital marketing, or a sub niche of digital marketing. Okay, football is a niche. Golf is a niche. Okay, UFC is a niche. I'm naming things that I like, but home furniture is a niche. Okay, these things are all niches. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at finding your niche, finding the niche that is going to be right for you. And I'm going to show you how to actually take that niche and dive into it. Okay? And look, if you don't have an idea about what niche to enter, do not worry. I show you the quickest 5-minute exercise that's going to give you 9 potential niches that you can enter into. Okay, now, I just want to say this, okay? I'm tapping the table. I just want to say this. There is a tendency to overthink this, okay? Please don't, all right? Just put down the first thing that comes to your head, okay? Even if you don't think, even if your brain goes, oh, but that's not a money-making niche, even if it does that, don't worry about that thought. Just get it down. We're not striving for perfection here at the moment. We're just kind of like putting stuff down and moving forward, and we can refine that later on. But I just want you to make that a little bit of an action first forward, and then I'm going to show you how to actually do things with this. So with that said, let's get into step 1 and chapter 1. You've also got the book there that you can look into as well. So let's get into it.
So welcome guys, we're actually at the process now. Okay, so over these next few videos, I really want you to pay attention to what it is that we're actually doing here, okay? Because this is basically the whole outline of the process that you'll be doing, okay? So this is step 1 of the process. So step 1 is finding a niche to enter, okay? And the best way to look at this is a niche is a kind of a market. A niche is a market, okay? So anything, or nothing, no affiliate marketing works unless you have a niche, okay? So what a niche does is it targets your efforts of your creation towards a particular group of people that enables you to create content around that. So you understand that. That's just basic. We understand that. But even though you understand it, picking it can be a little bit difficult for some people because they're kind of thinking to themselves, oh no, I've got to pick a niche. Now I want to pick a niche that's going to make me money. I want to pick a niche that does this and does that, etc., etc. But I want to put a big note here for you. And that note is basically this. If you go into a niche that has too much money in it and too much competition in it, you're not going to actually make money from it because you've got too much big competition in it. And especially if you're new when you're starting out, it's just going to frustrate the heck out of you. You're going to get disillusioned with affiliate marketing and you're just going to quit it. So I don't want you to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at things that you actually love. So niches that you love, and then look at how we can monetize those. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And inside of the book on page 34, you've got your action plan here. Okay, so what I want you to do is make a list of 3 things that you love, 3 things you enjoy, and 3 things that you would like to learn about. That's a great start when actually looking for a niche. And I don't want you to overthink this. There's this whole thing here of people overthinking, oh, I'm not good at anything. I don't love anything. You know, just get down things that potentially you have an interest in then. You know, if you like football, write down football. If you like writing, write down writing. If you like travel, write down travel. Okay, all we're looking for here is just some base ideas. These are called your base ideas, okay? Now, I want you to set up a little sheet like this, okay? So, things I'm good at, things I enjoy, things I would like to learn, okay? And here's examples of mine. So, things I'm good at, tennis. Well, I'm okay at tennis. Things I am pretty good at cooking, and I'm good at writing. Well, I think I'm good at writing. I like my writing. And things I enjoy travel, I enjoy making money, and I enjoy reading. And things I would like to learn, yoga, meditation, and speed reading. Okay, this exercise should only take you 5 minutes. Okay, the setup of your Excel sheet or your Google Doc sheet should take you more than the actual thinking of it, because I don't want you to overthink. All right, so that's the first part of it. I want you to come up with those things, with those prompts. Okay, so with those base niches. Okay, and then what I want you to do is we're going to take it a step further. Okay, so with your niche in hand, all 9 of them in hand from the exercise above, what you're going to do is you're going to look for what is called a niche within a niche. Okay, so I want you to pause here for a moment. All right, I don't want you to get flustered with what I'm saying. And this is super important, okay? If ever you find that I'm going too fast through this, what I want you to do is just pause the training. Pause it and go back over what I've just said. Okay? That's all you need to do. There's no time limit on this at all, okay? So pause the training, go back over what I've just said, and then come to the next part, okay? So in the first part there, we found your base niches, okay? Now in this part here, what we're going to do is we're going to look for a niche actually inside of that niche. And an example of this would be, if we were thinking one of my niches was golf, a niche within that niche could be left-handed golf clubs. Okay, or it could be even golf clubs, and then a niche further down into that would be left-handed golf clubs. Okay, now what I basically did there was I thought about things that are associated with the niche. Okay, I thought about, all right, so golf. What are things that people do inside of golf? Because if I just target golf, it's too big of a niche to target and there's too much competition in it. But if I target golf clubs, well, then that's a little bit less of a niche because it eliminates all the kind of the things like golf balls, golf tees, golf swing, golf, all that kind of stuff, okay? But it's still pretty big. But how about if I look at it a little bit more and I look a little bit more niche and I go, all right, so, what about people who have left-handed and left-handed golf clubs? Okay. Now, I know you're probably going, how the hell am I going to come up with my niche like that? And there's a really simple way to do it. Okay. So we're just going to go to Google and we're going to use this thing called the Google A to Z. Okay. Now, we're going to do it with golf. Okay. Golf. All right. And let's say golf clubs. I'm going to show you how these things happen. All right. So I want you to look down right now. If you're on your computer, if you're on a laptop, I want you to look at your keypad, okay? Now your keypad is most likely going to say QWERTYUIOP. Okay? And that is basically, just your letters, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a thing called Google A to Z, which basically means that we're going to press each one of the letters on our keypad and look at what results Google give us. This is called it's called the Google A to Z, but we're using Google Instant, which is this thing that you see right in front of you here and all these things appearing, to actually come up with your niche down. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to click Q. See if there's any in here. Okay. Then I'm going to click W. Golf clubs with bag. You see, so there's a further niche down, okay? And there, if you were doing something like with pools near you, golf clubs worth money. We're going to go to E, R, golf clubs regripped. You know how to regrip golf clubs at home, things like that. And you're going to go to T, golf club travel bag. Okay, and as you can see, there's like 3,600 people searching for that. Okay, then you've got a golf club tailor-made set. So what I'm trying to show you here is by utilizing this cool little strategy, you're going to be able to find so many different ideas of niches within a niche that you can actually start using in your in your affiliate marketing. Okay, so as you can see here, I just put in golf hub, golf clubs L. And there we go, left-handed golf clubs. Okay, and that's absolute. Look at the amount of searches that are being done for that each month. 18,100 searches are being done for left-handed golf clubs every single month. Okay, now if I just put in golf, let's look at golf. How many searches are being done for golf? All right, over 4 million. Okay, so as you can see, it's a much more niched down market. All right, so that is what I want you to do. Okay, I want you to come to your book on page 34, and I want you to get your niches down, your base niches. As I said, don't overthink them. And then what I want you to do is I want you to come and I want you to go to Google and I want you to do Google A to Z based on your niches. Okay, and what you're going to do then is you're going to write down those niches within the niches that you find. Okay, and you can put them right beside your content here. So you go things I'm good at, tennis, and then beside that you're going to have in niche within the niche. And then if it was like tennis for left-handers or tennis rackets for left-handers, you could put it in there. Okay, or golf clubs for left-handers. But that's what I want you to do now. So go ahead and do that. That is the first step, and it's super, super, super important.
So, wow, did you find it? Did you find that niche? Did you dive inside of that niche and then find a niche within that niche? Because if you did, you are so far along. You cannot believe the amount of people who do not actually even do that. And the reason that they don't do it is the reason that I mentioned at the start of the last video. Do you remember what that was? Overthinking. Okay, overthinking is the biggest stopper, I don't know if that's the correct word, the biggest stopper to people moving forward. Okay, so if you've done that, right on, super happy for you. If you haven't done it, go back and just write those things down and then dive inside of that niche. Because in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to actually look at what our competition are doing. All right, our competition are the biggest understanding that we can have about our niche. Okay, so let's say that we do a search into Google and of our niche keywords. Okay, and then what's going to appear is going to get a load of websites appear. You know how Google works. Okay, but here's what you potentially didn't know. Those searches that Google are making appear are what they believe, or what they say, what they say are the most relevant sites to that search. So when you found your niche and you do a search, Google's basically telling you this. These are the best sites, and if you want your site here, above them, you've got to do better than them. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the competition and we're going to look at how to make it better. And again, inside of your notebook, you're going to find a little button in there, and you're going to click on it, and it's going to open up a Google Docs with a calculator, a cool little calculator inside of it that is going to make all the stuff that you're doing in this lesson super easy for you. So with that said, let's get into it. I'm excited about this one.
Okay, so I hope that you've done step one by now, and that was finding your niche and then finding your niche within your niche. If you haven't done that, I recommend you go back to it. That's super, super important. And this stage isn't really, well, it's going to make sense to you, but you know, for yourself and for your forward momentum, I recommend actually doing it step at a time. Okay, so let's get into step two. Step two is actually now seeing what your competition are doing, because here's a note. Okay, you search on Google for absolutely anything. Okay, you search it for absolutely anything, and what Google is basically going to do is they're going to give you the best results for the search that you're actually doing. That basically means that they're telling you who is the best. They're telling you that if you want to be there, you've got to do better, or you've got to do better, excuse me. And the great thing is the people who are in number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all you need to do is look at what they're doing, copy it pretty much, and do better than them. You know, And that's really, really simple to do. And I'm going to show you how to actually do it. Okay. So we're going to look at our competition. So let's go over to Google here. And so I did a search for a key term, best Minecraft server hosting. Okay. I'll give you an example of this. Okay. Now, this is a niche. So this is a keyword that I'd be targeting. Okay, so this is my main keyword, let's say, for my main niche that I'm targeting. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at here. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to see the kind of content that's being created. Okay, all right. So a lot of text, a lot of bullet points, some images. All right, so we got an image here. We got a button that goes to it. Got some more images, links, buttons. Okay, so what I can see is I can just see that this is a review of the top or the best Minecraft server hosting. Okay, and it says from $2.50. So that's pretty cool. And it's also got a featured image here. And it's got kind of like a brief intro here. It tells me already before I even go into the article that that these are the hosts that I'm looking for. Okay, and what I want you to do is I want you to do the same. Like your niche potentially isn't going to be the same as this, so it potentially is going to look different. Okay, but I want you to look at how it is. What are they putting in there? You know, is it a lot of text? Is it a lot of images? Is it a lot of videos? Okay, so and just make a note of it. Make a note also what they're writing about, what to consider when choosing. Okay, 5 of the best. And then it goes into the titles there of what they are, features that are in it. So make a note of that. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next one. And I'm going to do exactly the same. And I'm going to look, all right, so best Minecraft server hosting services. Again, I've got that featured image thing there. Oh, they've got video in here now. All right. And then what they've got is they've got the same kind of thing up the top. I don't want that. Got the same kind of thing near up the top with a brief intro and a link to the affiliate company. Then they've got a video here. Okay, how to start a Minecraft server with Hostinger. Okay, so they've added videos in here now. Okay, and they've got images. So it's pretty much the same with the same kind of products as above, but they've done a few more. They've done seven. They've done 7 of them. Okay, and let's have a look for the next one. Same kind of thing. I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at these. Okay, so you get the idea. All right, that's all you have to do. You got to come to Google and you've got to actually do a search. Now, what I want you to do, because this works in conjunction with the book, inside of the book, I'm going to make it super, super simple for you. Tells you the exact steps that you need to do to find out about your competition. Tells you all of the things that you need to be looking for inside of here. So it tells you, see what they're doing, and you're going to take word count, the amount of images, the amount of media, keywords used, and then it gives you kind of like a word counter website here, how to actually find the word count. But what I've done is I've created a free spreadsheet for you, and it's called Success Maths. Okay, so what this is basically going to do is you're going to go, I'm just going to click on this here. This is going to open up for you, and it gives you instructions on what you need to do with this. Okay, so first off, you're just going to go and make a copy for yourself. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go through and read the instructions here. So go to File, make a copy, and then note the calculations are already set in. Okay, so working out the calculations are already set in. So you have 3 sheets here. The sheet explaining to make a copy, which is this one, the Success Maths example, and then the Success Maths sheet that you should use. So here's an example of what it is. So let's say we go to Bonsai Empire. So this was for bonsai trees that I had done. Okay, so I put the top 5 URLs in there. I found the word count. using the word counter, which you can actually see inside of the book. And then I looked at the images, that I counted the images and I counted the video in each of the pages, and I just put them in here: word count, image count, video count, keywords count. Okay. And I showed you basically how to do that inside of the book. And then there's an automatic calculation. So let's say if I change this here to 1,000, or let's say it was to 10,000, as you can see, that changed. All right. So I'll put it back to that. And what it's basically going to give you is the total of words, the average words, and then the plus 10%. And that's going to basically give you the amount of words of the page that you need to actually create. Okay. And you're going to come and do it in here. You're going to enter your URLs of your top 5 competitors. You're going to enter their word counts. You're going to enter their image counts and video counts. And if they don't have those things, that's okay. And you're going to enter their keyword counts as well. And the keyword basically is the keyword that you're using, so that's your niche keyword. Okay. And then any extra notes that you want to put here in here. And then you're going to have your workout here, and that's going to give you the average of what it is that you're going to need to create. So it's going to give you the average of the article, the length of the article, the amount of images that you're going to need to put in, the amount of videos you need to put in, and the amount of keywords that you're going to place in there as well. So that's a really cool bonus for you there as well, guys. That's going to make everything super simple. But what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that you're looking through this sheet. Okay, following the steps inside of here. It's going to make everything so much easier for you. So I hope you enjoy this, because this is super cool and super advanced to help you get it up in the easiest way.
And just a note on your competition. What I also want you to do is I also want you to look at what kind of products are your competitors actually marketing. Because that's super important, isn't it? Because potentially those products that your competitors are selling, you can sell too. Or potentially you might be even able to find better products to promote. The choice is up to you, and I'm going to show you how to ensure that you're finding good products. Okay? Because that is super important. You don't want to be creating great affiliate websites and then actually not being able to provide them with great products to buy. Or if they buy and they don't like the product, maybe the product is bad. You don't want to be doing that. You want to make sure that you're providing the best quality products to your visitors, to your website visitors, so potentially they can even be repeat buyers, or they can talk about your website positively online. Okay, if they talk about it negatively online, that's not very good, because more negative or more people kind of like and comment on negative comments than like and comment on positive comments. So one negative comment versus 10 positive comments, they always look at the negative comment. Okay, so with that said, we're going to look at the products to make sure that you're actually getting great ones.
And another super important thing is when you're actually going through the websites of your competition, I'm going to need you to do the following, or you're going to need to do the following. I want you to look at what products they are actually promoting. So what this is going to do is this is going to enable you to know the types of content that you're creating, and also the research on the products that you're going to need to promote. And once you have a list of those products, then what I want you to do is, before you even go and sign up for those products, I want you to figure out which are the best products for you to promote. Okay, so what is product number 1? And what is product number 2? Because let me give you an example. You go onto that that website that we were on a few minutes ago, or a few of those websites, and a lot of them actually say that Hostinger is the best hosting for Minecraft. Okay, so potentially this is the first product that you want to promote. Okay, but what I want you to do now, this is going to set you apart from everybody else. Okay, I want you to do this. I want you to go Hostinger, Minecraft, review. Okay, so just like in here. So I want you to put in your affiliate product name and review. Okay, you don't need to put the plus sign in there at all. So it'd be end up like this. So let's say if it was Shopify, it would be Shopify review. If it was hosting your Minecraft review, you'd put in hosting your Minecraft review. And basically, with your list of products, I want you to go through them and decide which is the best product. Okay, which will you be able to add the most value when you're talking about it in your content. And that's super important, okay? Because being able to pick a top product and being able to talk about it the best will ensure that more people are going to pick that product and actually buy it. All right. After that, I want you to do it with number 2. And then I want you to do it with number 3, etc., etc. Okay. So you've got your first product, your second product, and your third product. Okay. So I want you to go off and do that as well.
Okay, so God, we're flying through this. We've found our niches, we've found our niches within our niches, we've looked at our competition, we've found products. Now what we're going to basically do is we are going to look at content ideas to make your future website, your future affiliate website, which we're going to get to in a little while, how to turn that into a people pulling magnet. Okay. And the reason that I say this is because content that you put onto your website is then what is called indexed on Google. So Google go and find your website and start placing that content onto the search engines. Okay, and the way that we actually find content and create content shows the search engines that they should be placing those pieces of content that you write or you get written high up in the search engines. Okay. So in this, we're going to look at content coming up with those content ideas. Okay, and I'm also going to show you where to get that content written as well. Okay, and again, remember, keep going back and referencing your book and seeing if there are things that aren't mentioned in the videos that are actually in the book as well. All right, so with that said, content is exciting. All right, and just one more thing about content. If you're not good at content, don't worry. Okay, you can get people for relatively inexpensive to write great content online. All right, so don't worry about this. Again, there's always a solution to the problem. All right, so let's get into it.
So now we're on to step 3 or chapter 3 in the book, and that's your content. Okay, so that's actually getting your content created. Now, what we've got initially, so what you will have found is you will have found an overview of what you're going to write about for your main homepage. Okay, so that's what you did in the earlier video. That's where you looked at your competition, you found out exactly what they were doing, and you also used that sheet to actually work out how much content you needed to create, the images, etc., etc. And you also looked at affiliate programs inside of there that you could promote, number 1, 2, 3. Now, in order to create your affiliate website, you need that homepage. That's your selling page. That's the page that sells the products for you. Now, what you also need is you need supporting pages, supporting content, okay? And this is super, super simple to create. Now, I'm just going to give you an overview here. We call that supporting content support pages or child pages or sub pages. Okay, so it's all the same really. You'll hear it being mentioned multiple times. Okay, but it looks kind of like this. So you got your main homepage and then you got your supporting pages all the way around it. Okay, now let's say that we're not going to use that as our key term there. But what we're basically going to do is, let's say that our main page is about best Minecraft server hosting, and we've got a lovely page. We know exactly what it is to be created for it. Now, just a quick note on the content creation: you can write it yourself, or you can outsource it to somebody else to write it for you. There are multiple places that you can go to. There are iWriter.com. There is Upwork.com. All these places are just so easy to actually get content created. You just go on, you give them a breakdown of the content in terms of kind of like the titles, the subtitles, all that kind of stuff, and then you just kind of like get them to write it, and they'll give it back to you, and then you'll be able to then you'll be able to see if the writing is good enough and up to your level. And if you like it, you say yes. If you don't, you say no. Okay. But how do we find these pieces of support content? How do we find the ideas for these pieces of support content? And we do that via our search term and our Google A to Z again. Okay, so that's it. You're going to come up with 6 article topics related to your main page. So let's say it's best Minecraft server hosting. I'm just going to grab this here. So I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to go here and I'm going to click Notepad. Okay, so let's go to my Notepad. That's my main key term. Now I want to have another key term here. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to do the QWERTY thing again, or the A to Z. Okay, so there's with mods. Okay, so that's one that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to go best Minecraft server hosting with mods. Okay, so there's one article title. Now I'm going to move on. I'm just going to go, not Reddit, we don't anything like that. Okay, so we can do what is the best Minecraft server hosting site, but we're not going to do free because we don't want to have free things. Okay, so what we're going to do with plugins. Okay, again, this is just a niche that I'm familiar with, guys. So you're going to be able to see this in your own niche. Okay, so you're just going to go through the same process that I'm doing. Okay, best practices for hosting a Minecraft server. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So I could do that. So let's put it in. Best practice of a Minecraft server. That's a cool one there. We're going to go back again into our QWERTY. Server hosting. Yeah, here's one. Best Minecraft for small servers. Okay, I quite like that. And then we could put that into there. Okay, and I'm going to find 2 more. Here's, look, there was H. How much RAM? Okay, then we could put in another one. And we'll find one final one. Okay, no lag. I like that. All right, so we're just going to put that in there. Okay, now that's kind of like, you saw how quick that took. That just took a couple of moments to come up with some great article ideas for my website. So I've got my main page, then I've got my my breakdowns. Okay, and again, what I'm going to basically do is I'm just going to go to something like iWriter here, and I'm going to go and order content to actually get created. Now, for my homepage, okay, for my homepage, you're going to want to tell them all that stuff that you found out, like your word count, keywords, etc. Okay, so you're going to want to tell them that, and you're going to also want to tell them about writing about the affiliate products. Okay, and then make sure you check this after. That's it. You're going to go and you're going to go and get other people to write it for you, or you're going to write it yourself. All right, that's this step here, getting your content created. All right, and then you're nearly finished. The next step, we're going to be getting this up onto your website. All right, so go to something like iWriter, go to something like Upwork, write it yourself, whatever it actually is, but get this step completed, the content creation step completed.
Okay, so this is an exciting video, and this is where we take all of the information that we've already created or learned or done from our previous videos, and we put it all onto our website. Now, if you've not created your website already, this is the point where you're going to have to create that website. So go back to the foundational elements that we talked about. Look at your domain name, look at your hosting, and look at your WordPress, and then make sure that you set up everything. Okay, now in this part of the process, what we're actually going to look at is the structure of the website, because affiliate marketing websites are not, how should I say it? Not all websites are created the same. Okay, that's how I should put it. Not all websites are created the same, and affiliate marketing websites are created massively different. Okay, affiliate marketing websites work in a hierarchical structure. Okay, well, a lot of websites, most websites work in a hierarchical structure, but how we set up an affiliate marketing website is different, okay? So what we do is we've got our home page, piece of content. We all know what the home page is. That's your main page. That's like ciarandoyle.com, okay? And then what we've got is 5 or 6 supporting pieces of content. Now, you've gone through already and you found that content in the previous video and you've got it created. Now we're actually going to put that onto our website. So it's structured correctly. All right. So that's what we're going to do in this video. It's super cool, really, really exciting, and just do it. Okay. Take the effort, put in the time, and get it set up. And make it look easy to read. Okay, make it look easy to read. And what I mean by that is when you're putting up your content, make sure there's lots of white spaces in there and add in some images as well. Okay, you will know all of this information from the sheet that you did earlier on studying your competitors. Okay, you'll know how many images are meant to be in there. You'll know videos are meant to be in there, etc., etc. Okay, so let's get into this one.
So in this video, what we're actually going to do is we're going to look at how we set up posts on your website. So if you've come to this stage already and you haven't set up your website, you haven't created it, you haven't bought your domain name, you haven't gotten your hosting, well then I recommend that you do it, because what we're doing in this stage right now is we're taking the posts that we created from the last step and we're going to actually place them onto our website. We're going to physically place them onto our website, okay? So here is post 1 that I have, okay? And here is post 2 that I have, okay? So we're going to place those onto our website. If you remember, it looked like this, okay? So this would be our main post here, our homepage, and then we have our support post. And kind of like, here's how we look at it when we think of the website, okay? We've got our main homepage, and then we've got our child pages underneath here. So that's the same kind of thing of that, as you can see. All right, so main page and child page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our website here inside of WordPress, and we're going to create our main page, okay? And it's super, super simple to do. Okay, so you're inside your WordPress dashboard like this. Remember, if you haven't got this set up, I recommend getting your domain name, going to Namecheap, buying it via there, or getting it for free when you purchase your hosting via DreamHost. You're going to come here inside. You're going to come to Pages, and you're going to click Add New. All right. Next of all, what you're going to basically do is you're going to come over to your roadmap here, or you're going to come over to your piece of content here, and you're going to copy it. So you will have gotten this piece of content back from your writer. Okay, if I scroll down. Well, this is a pretty big piece of content that I had created. Okay, so we're going to click C. And here we are inside. And so this is what it kind of looks like inside of your editor, okay? This is what is called the text editor or the page or post editor. And all you're going to do, once you have it copied, you're just going to right click and then you're just going to click paste as plain text. Okay, and paste as plain text. And it's going to paste it in here for you. Okay, so that's what you're going to do with your main home page. Then you're going to give your main home page a title. So we're just going to call it 6-step roadmap. Okay, and then what I want you to do is I want you to set up your piece of content in such a way that it's easy to read. Okay, so with a piece of content for the internet, you want to make sure that, I know it looks a little bit strange or it might feel a little bit strange for you, but you're going to want to go through it and you're going to want to make lots and lots of gaps like this. This is called white space in your content, okay? And the reason that you do this is that it makes your content actually really easy to read. And I'll give you another insight into why it actually works is because what happens is a lot of these people who are going to be coming to your website are going to be actually reading your content on their mobile phones. And when we think of a mobile phone, let's say if I click inspect, a mobile phone is very slim. Okay, so a mobile phone can be this slim. Okay, now if we have too many lines together, it's just going to make it really difficult to actually read. Okay, so what we do is we make it easy to read on all devices by putting lots of gaps in our content, okay? And that just makes it, it's called white space, as I said. And we just set it up. And obviously, one of the things that I'd recommend is that you refer back to your competition and see how they're doing things with their setups as well. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you got your titles in here as well. So that's a title. It's called a H2 title. All right. You've got information about all this stuff in here, guys. All right. And that's going to show you how to actually set up that piece of content. So that's going to be your home page, okay? So you would add images in there as well. Adding images are really, really simple. You just click on this button here and you search for an image, okay? And then you're just going to upload it. You find it on your downloads or something like that. Let's say it's that one. And you're just going to upload it into here or wherever you find your images from, okay? Or wherever your images actually are. And once you've done that, you're going to publish it. So once it's saved, you're going to publish it. So let's say I'll just actually publish this one. So first off, it's going to save and then I'll publish it. So just click publish once you're happy with your post, okay? Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create some more posts, okay? So we're going to create those support posts. And again, this is super simple to do. We're just going to click add new in the support pages. And we're going to get our next piece of content, okay? And we're just going to copy all this text. So you will have gotten these obviously from your writer. Or if you were doing it yourself, you will have gotten it from yourself, obviously. Well, you wouldn't have gotten it from yourself. You would have done it yourself, okay? And you're going to set it up the same kind of way that we had, or that you had seen before. Excuse me. We're just going to bring it up to the top. And we're just going to put it in here. And we're going to put our title in here. Okay. Now, what I want to show you here, all right, what we need to basically do, and we're going to come down to here, that this page attributes section, okay? So you're going to want to click parent page, and we're going to choose the page. So we're going to choose this page, this home page that we set up. And we're going to click this here. And what that's basically doing is that's giving us the hierarchical structure here, okay? And once we're happy with that, we're just going to click publish. All right. Now, there are a lot more things that you can do inside of there. This is just a really brief overview for you, but you're going to want to add in your pieces of content like this. Okay, so you're going to want to add in those pieces of content. You're going to want to add in your images and all those elements, because in the next video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be turning these into money-making machines. Okay, we're going to turn your homepage into a money-making machine by adding conversion elements. So you're going to want to get your posts up there right now. And remember, for your support articles, you're going to come to this here, page attributes, and put the parent page as your main home page, okay? Remember that, okay?
So you've done an absolutely brilliant job so far. Well done. You've got your website set up. You've got your content up on your website. Now what we're going to do is, so let me tell you something, what happens. Let me explain the process for you. So a person is searching on Google, okay? Now, when that person searches for a keyword associated with your website is going to appear, hopefully if you've set it up correctly, okay? Now, when they click on your website, when it appears, they're going to come to your content, okay? And one of the things that we want to make sure is that when a person comes to our content, they know exactly what we want them to do. And what is the thing that we want them to do? Well, we want them to click on our affiliate links, okay? And we want them to purchase our products. Now, here's the thing about people. We sometimes need to have our hand held and told exactly what to do, all right? Or else, no matter how good your content is written, if you're not telling a person what to do or where to find the product, potentially they might leave. Now, if a customer leaves, well, they're not coming back. All right, potentially they're not coming back. A low percentage of people actually return to a website that they have been to looking at product recommendations, okay? So what we've got to do is we've got to have a conversion element that basically converts visitors into clicking on our affiliate link and then purchasing the product. Okay, and we do this with a conversion element on inside of our content. Okay, and this consists of a review, a button, and a review. And you'll see what I mean, a testimonial, button, and a review. Okay, you'll see exactly what I mean inside of this video and where to place it as well. Okay, or how to get it and where to place it. So look, let's get into this. This one's fun because this is the thing that this is going to turn your visitors into money. So let's do it.
So now here we are into the conversion element of a website, and this is so super important. And the reason that it's so important is you go through all of that effort. You go and you find your niche, you look at your competition, you find out exactly what they're doing, you get your content created or you create it yourself, you build your website, you set up your website, and then you actually put all the content on of there. Okay? Now, what normally happens is when you've done all these kind of things, you'll start appearing in the search engines, okay? And if a person comes to your website, they're going to read your content. And if you're recommending kind of products on your website, which obviously you will because this is an affiliate site, then a person basically, if you're not telling them what they need to do or that they need to buy or give them some kind of like give them a kick in the butt to tell them to actually buy, then they're not going to do it. You really have to take that person's hand and give them a reason why they need to buy and show them exactly how to buy. Righto? So that's what we're going to be looking at in conversions. Okay, so you've got in your book, it goes in depth in here into conversions, and obviously you got your action plan in there as well. It gives you the websites that you can build conversion elements on and shows you how to find certain elements as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the website here and give you an example of some conversion elements. Okay, so in and around the conversion element, this is the buying area. Okay, so we want to make sure that our main article always has this. Now, if you have multiple products, you're going to have multiple ones of these. Okay, now it's very, very simple. You've got a testimonial or a review, you've got a button, and then you've got a Trustpilot review or a review with stars. Okay, and this is hugely, hugely important. Okay, so Trustpilot is a massively credited website. So you know Trustpilot. Just go to Trustpilot, and then you're going to do a search for, let's say, A2. You're going to do a search for your company that you're promoting, and then you're going to grab the review. Okay, very simple like that. You don't have to grab the image like this. If you don't want, you can just grab the review. And I use a thing called TechSmith Capture. Okay, and TechSmith Capture allows me to just capture it and save. Okay, so I can click save. All right, and then I'll just delete it and close. Okay, so that's what I have here. This image here, this review here, normally what I'll just do is I'll go to site, Hostinger. Okay, so I look, you see this is very important. This element here that we write in front of the domain name. This basically shows you all of the site or all of the web pages that are actually on a domain name. So as you can see, Hostinger has 1,340 results. Okay, so that's 1,340 pages that Hostinger actually has that are found on Google. And what I've also put in here is Minecraft review or review. Okay. And then look at, if we go to review here, see what users think. And again, look at, I'm in love with Hostinger. We could take this one. And let's say we took it out like this. And we're just going to save it. And we're going to call it, we're just going to Hostinger review 2. Okay. And we're just going to add that in. I think it's better looking than the black one. So we're just going to replace it. We're going to upload and review Hostinger. Okay, so that looks a little bit better, and we can make it a little smaller if we wanted. Okay, and we could change the position of it if you wanted. And we could move this one up to the top, something like that. Okay, again, we can change the sizings of all of these things. But all you're doing is you're just adding kind of, these are social proof elements, okay? It's called social proof, okay? So you're adding these things in. And then you've got your button, okay? And for that button, we just come to a company called ClickMinded, okay? And this is super simple to use. So look at get Hostinger here, okay? And then we can choose, if you go off of that, you'll see that it updates the button. We can choose the text font that we want, okay? And then we can choose if we want it to be bold or not. We don't want it to be bold. I don't like it to be bold. And I always like to keep the text as that color. Then we want to come to button size, okay? We're just going to come to fixed. And you're just going to put in 400 and you're going to put in 70. Okay, so this is a good button size. All right, you see? Next of all, we can change, kind of have fully curved sides if you want like that. Or we can just have the rounded rectangle, which I like. And you can change the radius of them as well. And then we can have background. You can change the colors. I just like to keep it one color like this. And then I'll come down to here. And I like this one. I like this color. That's the color I use, FF0040. And as you can see, it changes it to like that. Now, if you wanted to have a border, you could have a border. And again, you could choose the color. If you wanted to have a shadow, you could have the shadow like that. And if you wanted to have this bubble effect, so if you click on bubble effect, you can have the bubble effect, okay? And the same thing, you just download it and you upload it into here, okay? So let's download it. Okay, and we're just going to replace this one. And this will be in my downloads. And there we go. Get Hostinger here, okay? And then what you're going to do with that button is you're going to link that to your affiliate product, okay? So if it's Hostinger, you're going to link it to your Hostinger affiliate link, okay? And you press that, and then you're just going to add in whatever the link is that you've gotten from inside of your affiliate company, and you're going to paste it in there, okay? And that's what conversion is, okay? That's helping a person know that they have to buy and why they should buy. So you've got the social proof here from something like Trustpilot. Trustpilot is even seen on TV. You see TV advertisements with Trustpilot all over it because people rate it so highly. Then you've got reviews. Now you can get more reviews if you want. As you can see, it was so simple to do. I just did that simple site, and then the site that you're an affiliate for, and then review. And you're going to see reviews that people are actually creating, okay, or people have created and that they're showcasing on their website. Then you're going to add your button, create your button. You see how simple that is. Now, all this information, everything is in here, okay? All the information for you is in here. All right, so you have no issues with actually following through on this. So good luck with this. This is really cool for you, excited for you.
So now we're at step 6, the last step of the process, okay? And this is called the system. And this is because what you're gonna learn about here is actually setting up an automatic sales system. All right, and again, I want you to reference your book, okay? Go through that as well. Because this system, this is the thing that, here, let me explain it to you like this. Remember I say that people will come to your website and some people will leave and never come back, all right? You've potentially lost those customers if they leave without purchasing and never coming back. This system enables you to capture that visitor who has come to your website so that you can sell to them again and again and again. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at building a system that captures website visitors and then converts them into what are called subscribers on our email list. Okay, so I'm going to show you the whole process of that and how to do it. Okay, so with that said, let's get into it. Oh, and check the video for a bonus for you.
So right, you're here in the system, okay? So this is really where you take your online affiliate marketing business to the next level. This is the ability to print money pretty much whenever you want. And the reason I say that is because when you set up a system like this, the idea behind the system is to actually build a database of names of subscribers. And then with those subscribers, then you can send them information and recommend them products, like affiliate products or your own products. And then if that person buys, well, then you make money. Righto? So that is why I say it's like you can print money on autopilot. Because if you're ever short on money, or you just want to make some more money and you have something useful that you'd like to offer your list, you can send it to the list and a percentage of those people are actually going to purchase it. So that means that you make money. Okay? And so I'm going to explain that. I'm going to explain it to you now in chapter 6. You've got it in the book here. Okay? But I'm also going to explain the overview of what it is here. All right? And I'm going to do something really cool as well, because I'm only going to do this for you because you've reached this far in the book. For the people who haven't reached this far in the book, they're not going to actually get this freebie. So you have to be actually here with me at this moment to get this freebie, and I'll explain it to you in a couple of moments. Okay, so how this system works, it's super simple. Okay, creating this autopilot riches is super simple. And all it basically is capture visitors who come to your website so that you can send them automatic marketing messages. Okay, that's really it. So you've seen something like this. This is basically what is called an opt-in form. So you need something like this. And then potentially you need something like this, something free to give away. Potentially it's free information. Okay, potentially it's free videos. Potentially it's a free class, or even potentially it's a free email that you haven't even created yet. Okay, and that you create every week or every 2 weeks and send it to your list. Okay, so don't worry about what that actually is. This thing here is called an ethical bribe. Okay, and you utilize that ethical bribe to basically entice a person to go onto your list. All right. Now, it has to be of perceived value. So you don't kind of like ask a person for their email address and then don't give them anything of value, because that would just be a waste, okay? And when you actually create this or you give it to the person, you have to make sure that it is top quality. And the reason that I say that is because even if you get a person onto your email list and let's say that they don't like your ethical bribe or your lead magnet, as other people call it, well, then they're not going to trust you. So it's hugely important that you build this trust with your subscribers, okay? Because it's easy to get them on, but you've got to fulfill that by giving great content, okay? And that's why I spend so much time actually creating these courses with great value inside of them, because I understand how important that value is, and it was drummed into me. It was really, really drummed into me. So I hope that I can impart this to you. Add so much value to your content on your websites. Add so much value to your subscribers that they're going to love what you're talking about. Okay. That is so super, super important. Most important thing that you can actually do. Okay. So what we do is we need this form and we need this ethical bribe. And basically what happens is, okay, so there are 3 parts to the system. Okay. So there are 1, the email collection area. This is where you gather the email addresses. There's number 2, the reason why you can collect the emails. So this is the ethical bribe. This is why a person will sign up. And then you've got number 3, the emails. Okay, so add the emails you send to people once you have their email address. What you do actually is you set these emails up inside what is called an autoresponder. And when a person puts their email address in here, they automatically get sent out. And I call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's because on day 1, you get sent an email on day 2, get sent an email on day 3, get sent an email day 4, 5, 6, and you set these up to automatically go out on those days, okay? And as an affiliate marketer, what you can actually do as well also, which is recommended, dependent on your niche, is to actually over those 6 days, the initial 6 days, you might recommend a product and then ask the person to actually purchase it from you. So give them lots and lots of information about it, tell them why it's a great product, and then send them a link with your affiliate link inside of it. And if they click on it and they go to the product, well, then you make a sale. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? So how do we do this being non-technical? Well, it's really, really simple. I use a company called GetResponse, okay? And you can sign up by GetResponse clicking on the link here and signing up for a free account, okay? Now, it's only free. You get a 30-day trial, okay? But it's well worth it. You get 30-day free trial, sign up, and then after that, you'd have to pay, and I think it's like $15 a month to start out, which is absolutely awesome. Because after a month, if you're not actually making $15, you should be at least making $15 because you should be going out and finding people to purchase your affiliate marketing products, and you should also be getting people onto your list so you can send out these emails to them, okay? So you can create loads of things inside of this email autoresponder, okay? So I'll give you an overview of it there. What I want you to do is I want you to go through this book and find out all of the things here, okay? So I want you to read all of these things. So an example is, okay, so let me give you an example of what happens here. So you create a form inside of GetResponse, okay? And you put that form, like this form, onto your website, okay? And above the form, you say, hey, look, sign up for this and you get something free. All right. And then over time, that person is going to receive an email. Okay. And this is all set up pretty much inside of GetResponse. All right. So 2 things that we need really is we need the form and we need the autoresponder. Okay. So this is the email. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So the reason that we don't need the ethical bribe is because the ethical bribe can be a newsletter. Okay, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is here. So this is my website, okay? So this would be the blog. So if I scroll down to the bottom, as you can see, I give away loads of great free content in here. You scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see this here. All right, so this is a capture form. So want to start, build, and grow your online business? Sign up and join over 9,000 students and get online business training sent direct to your inbox. I'm going to sign up, Ciaran, and then we're just going to call it Ciaran Doyle Digital. Okay, and we're just going to click Access Now. Okay, great content coming soon. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go into my Google. And here we are automatically, as you can see, 0 minutes ago. Hey, Ciaran, welcome to my email newsletter. Packed full of goodies. Actually, look at there, new letter. I'm going to have to change that and edit it inside of GetResponse. So, hey, Ciaran, welcome to my email newsletter. Packed full of goodies to help you start, build, and grow your online business. While you're waiting for your next email to appear, you might want to get stuck into some of the other good ones. Okay, so, and these were just posts that I had created on my website, and I write a little bit of information, okay, and I send them to people. And they're great posts, okay? So this is obviously about a subject that I love, which is online business. So pick something that you love. Remember this, guys. Pick something that you absolutely love. But I'm gonna sweeten the pie for you here. I'm gonna make this good for you, okay? Because you got this far, all right? I'm going to give you that whole email marketing system. I'm going to give you the training for that from my paid course. So I'm going to add a link into the book. So there's no link in the book here, but you're going to have to I'm going to put a secret link in here, okay? Underneath. Let me see, where will I put it? Okay. I'm going to put a secret link in under part 3 replicate, okay, in here in very faint graphics. And that's basically going to give you a link to a Google Drive folder with that whole email marketing module that is from my paid training. And that's going to show you how to step by step set up your system. Okay, so look, I want you guys to be a massive success with this. I really, really do. So look, let me know how you get on with it. Send me an email, hit me up on Facebook, go join my Facebook group as well, and tell me how you're getting on with it. And yeah, I'll talk to you in the next video.